YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy TriniFX here, back with another trading recap. Alright guys, it's 9:24 a.m. just before market open, so we're on an hourly time frame just to see what price did overnight. We could see the market traded higher in Asia. Let me just mark out one second. Let me just get rid of these here. Right, so from yesterday, price traded higher into this hourly fair value gap, and in Asia we came lower, came up. This is a 4-hour bearish fair value gap that was keeping price below it. So we could just see the market immediately traded lower during Asia and London. So this is midnight New York time through day open. We could see price came down, rallied up, cleared the liquidity above those highs and began to displace, respecting bearish PD arrays on the way down. So it respected this hourly, traded lower. This was yesterday's low. So yesterday's low was taken out around 7 o'clock, and we could see price just trading higher into this bearish 1-hour CB. So it also inversed this here on this candle. So let's see if price can get down to take out this low, also trading into this bullish fair value gap on the hourly time frame. Let's see what the 15-minute is giving us. Right, so we could see some rejection there. So let's see what New York Open gives us, guys. Yeah, so we're just waiting right now. You see some rejection coming off this gap here. So let's see if we can get a run lower. Mind you, we have a 15-minute fair value gap being created. So we just have to monitor price to see how it reacts to there. We're just waiting, guys. We're just waiting. The price traded down. London traded higher into the 1-hour CB and traded lower. We could see price just ran up, touched the low, and let's see if we can get a push lower. Inversing this 15-minute here. Let's see on the 5-minute what we have. So you can see it a little better here on the 5-minute. We also do have a 5-minute CB. All right, so market open in a bit. Let's see what happens. So guys, I just took a partial, and let's see if we can get down to the midpoint of this 1 hour BC here. As it took the low, I took a partial there, and price is continuing to go down. My stop is above this candle high. I'm gonna move my stop right above this inversion gap here. Let's see if we can continue to get that move lower. Alright, so I'm gonna move my stop right below this inversion there. Let's see price inverted there as well. So if price comes back up, well, took a partial already. Let's see if it can get down. This is the low, but I'm looking to see if it can reach down a little lower. So just to go over, price opened, ran up. This was an hourly fair value gap here. Also traded into a 5-minute fair value gap, taking those highs, all the highs there, trading into this 1 hour CB as well. We saw price break lower. We had a breaker high, low, higher high, broken. So that's the breaker there. We also had a 1 minute fair value gap form. And price did inverse this tiny CB here. So all those were confluences. We saw price come down, trade back up, close outside of all those PDRAs that are holding price down, and began to trade lower. So it touched the fair value gap. So I'm just going to move my stop right above these wicks of this candle. So you see this wick here, if we grade it, price closed below 50% of it. So I'm just trailing my stop. I can start to trail my stop very aggressively now, because this is the draw here. I'm looking to see if it could get down into here. So let's see. Once price trades below here, I'll move my stop above this candle here, if it doesn't take me out before. I'm going to move my stop. All right. So that was a good trade, guys. It did hit the final draw on liquidity. And if it closes above 50% of that wick, we may see a retracement. If it stays below, we should get a push lower. Trading is just about patience, guys. Having a higher time frame bias and narrative, and we'll just do a recap when we're done here. I just moved it a little lower if price wants to get very animated and run down to fill the entire gap. We'll take that. Once price closes below this candle, I'll move my stop above the 50% of that wick, because wicks are gaps and should be treated as such. All right, we didn't get a close just yet, so we're just monitoring price. All right, so I'm going to move it down. It's above 50%. Let's see if it could touch the consequent encroachment here. Once it does that, which it did, just trailing very aggressively now, guys. Let's see if we can get a flush lower. I mean, ultimately, we do have this low here. I mean, I'm not sure if price is that animated to get down to there, but we'll see. Let me see on our hourly. We could stay below. My stop is already lower than there, so I'm just grading this fair value gap here to see if you can get a close below the 50 level, and then we should expect lower prices probably to that wick. But as it stands now, beautiful, beautiful trade, guys. Beautiful trade. See, it would have initially taken my my initial target, but I was trailing my stop aggressively. So I'm gonna put my stop right there. That's below sell side, where it took sell side. So price ran for 181 points and counting. Let's see if it could respect that 1 minute fair value gap. If it trades through that, then we're out. Excellent trade this morning. There we're out, guys. So that was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. Let's do the recap. So coming into today, as I mentioned earlier, we went over the higher time frame. Price ran up, rejected on this 4-hour SIBI and began to trade lower. In London, we saw it rally up into this 1-hour SIBI. This is a 4-hour, this is a 1-hour SIBI, and began to trade lower, inversing this 1-hour here. So here became an inversion fair value gap. So we were looking to see if we can get lower prices. Pre 9:30, we saw this 1-hour form. So if price was to go lower, I would have liked it to, yes, trade up into here and see if we can get a push lower. So we dropped a 15-minute chart, and I know I went over this in the beginning. We could see market opened, rallied higher. This is a 5-minute fair value gap that formed because there is no 15-minute here. This is the other 15-minute on top here. So I went lower on a lower time frame under the 15-minute to see if there was a SIBI, and there was a 5-minute SIBI, and we could see once price hit that, that's when you all saw me drop to the 1-minute chart and was just monitoring price. We saw price trade higher on a 1-minute. This is the 5, but on a 1-minute we also had this SIBI here on a 1-minute chart, clearing the liquidity above here and began to displace lower. So once it broke below the breaker, high, low, higher, high, broken. Remember, I went through that before we took the trade. A 1-minute fair value gap form. We had the breaker. We also had an inversion on a 1-minute chart. If I draw it out so you all could see, all those were the PD areas that price was respecting, and I was anticipating that it will send price lower, and it did that. We got in, we rode price lower, and you all saw me trailing my stops as we went along. My initial target, yes, was the sell side, but it was also the low of the day. If we could have gotten down to there, that would have been a good trade. And once we started to inverse these 1-minute BISIs, you could see I trailed my stop because they should have acted as resistance to keep price lower. And price ultimately ran lower. And you all saw me get tagged out once we broke above this 1-minute BISI. Let me just clear up here for you guys. Right, so all these were 1-minute gaps that price ultimately respected. So the orange boxes, those were the inversion. The yellow, that's the 1-minute fair value gaps that kept price lower. We had the breaker. So in all, it did inverse this 15-minute BISI. If you go back, we could see it inversed. So this now became an inversion fair value gap. If price could reach up to there, we have to see how it will react. But another 15-minute SIBI is forming there also. So all those are the signatures in price that we really have to monitor. for us to get a proper read on price. So that's it for me for the day, guys. I'm all out. Let me just edit this video and I'll post it so you guys could look at it, go back to your charts, see if you see what I saw. And before we go, guys, let me just show you the execution. Well, as you saw in the video, I was switching between my live and funded accounts. So this is the execution on my personal funds. So price trade up, 5 minute, 1 minute clearing liquidity, started to displace, breaker, and as price was trading away, I took my entry, got out below today's low at that time, and price ultimately traded down to the external sell side liquidity. Drop a comment, guys. Let's have a conversation. Like, subscribe, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Stay safe, guys. Bye-bye.